Hello everyone, I'm Haanahgrace. Welcome to my channel. I view topics like reality TV, current events, gardening, and wellness from a behavioral and faith-based perspective. Again, thank you for joining me, and please hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons. Today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville, Melody Shari Rogers. Is Melody a high-valued target? HVT. Let's talk about it. An HVT, a high-value target, is a military term used to identify those who pose significant threats to our national security. Military officials use specific criteria to identify high-value targets. In similar ways, our enemies, they do the same thing. When people see you as a threat, they target you. They target you in order to pull you away from the right people and get you connected to the wrong people, to separate you from and distract you from your purpose and the calling on your life. And so now we see that after Melody filed for divorce, we can clearly see that her ex-husband attempted to pull her away from the right people and get her connected to the wrong people. He connected Melody to his girlfriend, who Melody did not know anything about, for at least 2 years, and he continued a relationship with her, lying to Melody. And only thing this girlfriend brought into Melody and her children's life was lies, deception, financial instability, anger, chaos, jealousy, and envy. These are the negative things that she brought, along with Martell, into Melody and her children's life. Martell also tried to get Melody connected to his business partners. These business partners who allegedly brought nothing to the table, but wanted to take from Melody, use her for her business connections and her resources. And so he also connected Melody to his mother, who we now know thought that Melody was lazy and spoiled. But little did she know she was only describing her son. He lied to her just like he lied to a whole lot of other people, having people think that he was the brains behind the operation. He was exposed, though, when Melody filed for divorce and disconnected from him and severed those ties. Then people realized that he was doing nothing but lying the whole time. Another thing that the enemy tries to do when you are identified as an HVT is he tries to ruin your reputation. He wants to bring you down to the lowest level and make people look at you in a negative way. This is exactly what Martell tried to do. He ran around talking about Melody that he was the dominant parent. Melody was the one with 20 babysitters. Melody was the one that did not have time for her children. He also went around talking bad to his friends. We saw that in one of the scenes where he told Destiny, "You can't take her side. You have to take my side because we are friends. Melody was cheating on me too." He also concocted a plan with his baby mama to put out a revenge P tape, which is the most despicable thing that he did in this whole situation. He did a lot of despicable things, but I'm going to say that was one of them. I'm just going to put that one at the top of the list. That is the most despicable thing that he did. Oh, by the way, we recently found out that the revenge P that he tried to put out was fake. He and his and his baby mama made up the entire thing, allegedly, and in my opinion. And so he also joined forces, that is Martell, joined forces with Destiny. And Destiny seemed to be so bitter toward a woman who helped her, gave her money, and befriended her, gave her opportunity to come on the show. And here's Destiny talking about Martell was the common link between them coming on the show. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Martell couldn't even put together anything. Melody was the one that put all the things together to bring this show into reality. When we started hearing Destiny talk about Melody was a dark heart, we knew that it was Martell who was putting that narrative out there. And then not only did he join forces with Destiny, he also joined forces with the Scotts. Okay, the Scotts were their business partners and Martell's partner in crime, because as we learned from the girlfriend's mouth, that Martell was using Marceau as a go-between if she needed money or stuff like that, allegedly. And I'm pretty sure I heard her say this on a video, but Marceau knew that he was aiding and abetting in the destruction of a marriage when he was doing that. But he didn't care. He did not care. Again, the Scotts, Miss Wanda, Letitia, and here we go with Kimmy. Kimmy apparently was a side chick, and she would always say, except for one time, she was saying Martell was a good man. Martell was a good person. He had a good heart until the linebacker stuff came out. Then all of a sudden, when it touched her, or the allegation had something to do with her husband, then he caused too much drama. He brings drama with him. Okay, so now here, if he sees me at Martell, and then she came back to that same narrative that Martell is a good man and all of this. How can you say that a man who cheated around on his wife for years, called her foul names, tried to take her children, took the homes and everything just so that Melody, he tried to make sure that Melody did not leave the house. That's why he did not leave, but she left him. So he would not give her any of the furniture out of the house. We did learn that. And I'm going to say allegedly just for this video. But how can you say that a man that exhibits those type behaviors, and you see him yelling and hollering at people, he was the one that collapsed his entire family, and he's a good man? Stop that narrative. It's bogus and it's unfounded, so stop it. And it was also Kimmy, who started that narrative that Melody was bougie, and her husband Maurice just went along to get along. It also seems like Martell tried to recruit Stormy and Miss Betty. Stormy sought Melody out to try to get on the show. Once she got on the show, then she turned again on Melody. So Martell, well, at that last reunion, he told Stormy to retreat. And Miss Betty, Stormy's mom, was talking about she did not like Melody, and she couldn't even give us a valid reason for not liking Melody. She came up with some bogus explanation, talking about Melody came over to Stormy's house, and Stormy's son was crying, and something about the child. Her mom made the comment that the son was spoiled, and Melody agreed with her. Now, how stupid can you get? That is not a good reason to not like someone. Just if you don't like her, tell us the real reason. Don't just make up stuff. And the list actually goes on and on. We can name the Scott's brother, Billy Bob. We can go with Wanda's cousins, who talking about he was going to bring something out of his trunk. And it's probably so many more people. But we've already talked about Martell's girlfriend, who he continually tried to use to come for mail. But don't they ever learn? When you are blessed, there is nothing anyone can do to take away that blessed state. These clowns, will they ever learn?
That's what I thought. Clown. That's what I thought. Clown. That's what I thought. Clown.
There's one thing I do know, that when you're blessed, there's nothing the enemy can do to come against you, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
I'm blessed! Yeah, because see, if you weren't going anywhere, the devil wouldn't be trying to fight you. You're just blessed. blessed not because they don't go through anything, but when you're blessed, when it's all over some kind of way, you always come out of it. I'm blessed.
Yes, that is some excerpts from one of my favorite sermons by Bishop T.D. Jakes. I think the title of the sermon is I Changed My Mind. But in that sermon, he talked about how the enemy will try to set out to curse you but to stop your blessings. But the only person, he said, and I believe this, that can stop you and cause you to be cursed is if you curse yourself. Because when you're protected by God, the enemy has no say-so in what is going on in your life. Trust and believe. So yes, in my opinion, Melody is a high-value target. So I asked the question, do you think Melody is a high-value target? Can you see situations in your life where you think that the enemy has identified you as a high-value target? Comment below. Please join me for my next video where I will continue to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Please remember that everything in this video is alleged and in my opinion. Thank you again and have a great day. And remember, I am heiress, an heir in joint heir.